you posted, I looked great. It is in poor taste to call women fat, though. And because of that, I have no respect for you, which is a bummer because 101.3 is my favorite channel. Whatever. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's in poor taste. If it's in poor taste to call women fat, it is equally in poor taste to come to my page and try to attack me over doing charity and posting about it. If I want to post about it, what's the big deal? You have the impression that I'm doing it to self-promote. How about more like I'm thinking that, hey, look what we're doing together. Thanks for your support and help making it happen. Maybe someone else will see it and want to do other good things. The fact of the matter is you picked a fight, you crazy bitch, and you get exactly what you deserve. And then I wrote, look, lady, this is all your fault. You know it's serious if you're getting a look, lady. Look, lady, this was all your fault. You insulted me, not the other way around. I was minding my own business and you attacked me. Fights aren't supposed to be fair. You picked one and that's how I responded. I would never have thought to insult you had you not done so in the first place. I think I'm making great points here. I've explained this to you twice now in our short discussion, but it appears it isn't getting through, which tells me that that is the reason why you are alone in all of your pictures. So there you go. Now that's the double down. And she is. If you were to go through her pictures, she's solo. No one will touch this woman with a 10-foot pole. Obviously, she's a fucking psycho. And I stand by that. Okay? And that's why you can learn so much when you go through a person's pics. I mean, you got to be careful what you put up there. Like, if you were to go to my pics, you'd be like, holy shit. Handsome, sweet, kind, caring. I got nothing on easy. You have to actually post good shit on there. If you post ugly, fat shit, or with you, not with a dude or a chick, you're a fucking loser. Everybody's going to see that shit at some point. So you better not pick fights with people who love to pick fights or respond to people who pick fights, like me. Tyler says, if you were actually a bad person, I don't think the Queen of the Forest would have stuck with you. Not something all the current FBHW staff can say. That's exactly right. The morons on here think that the shit that they get when I'm beating their fucking face and rubbing their nose and shit repeatedly, these people think that that's like how I live and breathe. They think that when I turn off the microphone, I go around into the house and stomp around like an asshole. Are you fucking kidding? I am married to an Irish redhead. This is the only place that I can mouth off. You know what I do when I get done with this show? I turn off the mic and go, how can I help today? Is there anything I can do to make your life easier? What would you like me to make you for dinner? Can I take you for a walk? Would you like to do something together? No, I kiss ass. I live like a happy individual. These are stupid people. These are brain damaged people who think that what I do online and what I do here is like how I live my day-to-day life. Anyway, I said that this dumb bitch is, this is why you're single, lady. She wrote, stand-up guy right there. Thank you for proving my point. And I wrote, likewise, right back at you. You're a pompous ass. And then she again, my statement still stands. I listen to 101.3 and have genuine concern. Ooh. You do? I don't think you do, lady. I don't think that's genuine concern. I hope you're doing okay. This sort of behavior seems like it would take a toll on a family. Boy, I don't know, man. I don't know if the crew is going to be able to survive this. So I wrote, oh, please, get over yourself. Amanda Wyman. My God. That is just a snapshot of the people that I have had to talk to, and it's been great. I've been so happy with this campaign. It has led to so many amazing interactions. And yeah, that's it. That's what I have been up to. I actually had to put the phone down on Friday night, Saturday night, and last night. It's like, all right, no more. Stop it. You've done enough. And I'm like, God, I'm getting tired of having to explain to these people, like, what's up. And like I said, I don't engage all of them, but I do engage some of them if they're reasonably, I don't think I got through to one of them. I think that they're all brainwashed derelicts. Now, the point of all this is trying to get more and more people to just sample what I'm doing here to maybe get just a taste of how it is when you're not like listening to a bunch of brainwashed morons do what they think is a top-notch morning show, which it is not. Megan is here. She says, your family seems pretty okay. Weird. Alan says, you let your brother-in-law smear shit all over the walls. He might be in the other room. I better decrease my volume. Concerning me talking about doing a charitable effort, Jeremy says, Freebeer and Hot Wings live streams their break-ins for free online, then they post them all online, not to mention all the promoting they do for weeks ahead of time, but it's only bad when EZ does it. Precisely. Thank you, Jeremy. All right, so that's what that is what happened. Tophus was there. He says the best thing that happened to the Segment 18 page was letting you post more. Look at all the activity on there now. So typically someone will go on there and they'll post like memes, and then there'll be like 5 people to like it. It's that type of silliness. No engagement whatsoever. But you get me on there, and now we're talking. I think I'm going to head over there right now and see what the heck is happening, just to give you a taste of what all of this did for that page. All right, here you go. Let's go in the order that they were published. If you go back to when I posted that video, here you have it. This is my video on July 12th. 144 comments. Somebody posts a dumb meme. 0 likes. Somebody posts another dumb meme, 9 likes. Dumb meme, dumb t-shirt, 5 comments. News story. Meme. This guy posts an AI picture of me supposedly milking. I guess the cow's supposed to be free beer and hot wings. 192 comments, 269 likes. Most bad towards me. Then we bounce over to this one. Let's settle it. Eric Zane claims he's slowly turning this audience against free beer and hot wings. Be honest. Where do you stand? 1,256 votes, 39 comments. This one, Zane's right. He's winning me over. It got like 40 votes. You know what? I think that's good. I think that's very good. This one. Y'all are feeding into Zayn and only going to make it worse. He's never going to stop. He's always going to be like this because he's messed up and can't take responsibility for his actions. Oh, I love that one. Maybe if we ignore him, he will disappear. I corrected the typos. 83 comments, 37 likes. This one, also about me, 75 comments, 90 likes. I am the only thing worth talking about on that page. This one, 1 like. That is why I am taking over that page. You're welcome. Cole says, that's not a cow, it's a bull. Oh, I get it. By the way, I think I had a dog in here. Where'd you go, big guy? It was a very, very event-filled weekend. Thank you to everybody involved. I'm going to take a quick break. I've got plenty more where that came from. We got a lot to talk about, including updating the Fatathon. Don't go anywhere. Thank you so much for being here on the podcast. Oh, by the way, some of you are saying, easy, don't forget about the staff meeting. It's later today. It's at noon today. So I'm not actually forgetting. I'm just going to go right through. right, welcome back. So with Big Fraud Book Club, and I feel like I have to say it like that, Big Fraud Book Club. The way I'm wired, I don't have the ability to say that and make it sound smooth. I can say BFBC, but if you were to ask me to say Big Fraud Book Club like 5 times fast, I think I would fuck it up 9 out of 10. I think I'm having a stroke. I can't talk today. When it comes to this book, right away something stands out to me. This is The Heroin Diaries by Nikki Sixx, a year in the life of a shattered rock star. There's a portion where it says key players in these torrid tales, otherwise known as partners in crime. There's a person named Tom somebody. I can't read it because it's written in weird font. Tom Z. Tom Z said, quote, Nikki told her he wasn't scared of a little bit of blood and proceeded to have intercourse with her right there. So like, what the fuck is going on there? That is Elektra Records A&R man, Tom Z, who signed Motley Crue to the label and suffered the indignity of watching Nikki have sex with his girlfriend 3 minutes after he formally introduced them. Now, I need to know about that. I mean, I need all the details there as to how that went down. Yeah, hey, welcome to welcome to Elektra Records. I'm Tom. This is my girlfriend, Beth. And 3 minutes later, they're having sex. Adam says that is Tom Zutaut. So the way it's written here, you can see the font and these partners in crime. It's kind of like extreme script, similar to like the font at the beginning. And I wish you didn't do it. It's stupid. It's written also, the format is like this. See how it's a quick read? And the way the pages lay out like that, Chris says it messes with me when and I agree with you. There are times I can't see it. You see all this shit in here, all these fucking photographs and imagery. I will say this. Nikki Sixx references his band 6 a.m. And he's talking about the success of the band 6 a.m. I was on rock radio at the time, and I don't remember any of that so-called success. I don't think anybody listened to 6 a.m. If you want in on book club, just tell me. There's no, like, fee. Just say, easy, I'm in on book club. And then get this book, The Heroin Diaries. This is our first book that we are reading in book club. And then we will discuss it once a week. It should take 4 weeks or less to get through this. Like I indicated to you earlier, this week we read. We would do a show next week, but I'm gone all next week. I will have shows available for you to download on the free platform and the Patreon platform. David says that band sucked. I've never really been a big fan of Motley Crue, but I do like stories. And I know that this guy went to hell and back with heroin. I mean, and just about everything else. That shit's interesting. I'll read any junkie's book. So I think you're looking past the artist performance, more on what they went through. That's all you need for context here. That guy, millionaire many times over, top of the world, and all he can do is horrible drugs and nearly kill himself. Megan says, is heroin the kind you use a needle with? I know that is one way. I guess I don't know the other ways. I'm not too versed on how to get heroin into your system. Jeremy says Slash's autobiography was pretty good too. Murder Lover Linda adds Nikki is the king of bad decisions. Now, after we finish this book, we will draw another name out, and that person then chooses a book for book club. There are no rules. It can be from any author. It can be fiction. It can be nonfiction. It can be historical fiction. It can be autobiographical, whatever you want. And then we all read it, and then we talk. Doesn't that sound good? If you want in on book club, we're looking for member number 15 on book club. Piano Finger Banger suggests the book The Art of the Deal. I think that's Trump. That's like a terrific book, as I understand it. All right, so all this week shows I'm going to work all the way up till Friday. And then I'm leaving Friday afternoon to go to Fear Bunker North. And I already have scheduled something to listen to while I'm away on Patreon. I've got May 2010 that is already to be published. Not to mention, on the free platform, like Monday the 21st, I'll be publishing the first 3 episodes back to back to back in one release of Who Are These Zanes? Ben Glaze and myself reviewing old, easy material, and about 90 minutes worth of Who Are These Zanes for Monday, Tuesday. I'm not sure. I'm going to put all stuff out Monday through Friday. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to curate. And these are all bits of content from my Patreon that I'm making available for the free platform. Patreon has been kicking ass lately. My God. People are coming out of the woodwork and supporting. Thank you so much. If you want extra content, you can head over to patreon.com/Eric Zane and sign up. Tophus says brown sweater. I don't know. Maybe. Those are full shows from back in 2010 in the order that they happen. I've been releasing those on my Patreon. Like beginning to end of the show, 3.5 hours of show, all there. Becca Shea says, I would skip the Trump book. Yeah, I wouldn't. I think it's important that we have a broad bit of knowledge. I think Trump is an interesting dude, without question. I wouldn't want to know him. And obviously, I take it back. I would want to know him, but I would never. I mean, Jesus Christ. I cannot get behind anything that Trump is doing as a commander-in-chief, with the exception of the military. I love what he's done to the military. I like our military strong as hell. Ryan says, The Art of the Deal, the most beautiful book perhaps ever written. One of the best books ever written. They're saying perhaps even better than the Bible when you think about it. I'm just looking for interesting stories on the Easy BFC. Wait a minute. Easy BFBC. Before we continue, I would love to welcome in some of my great sponsors, in addition to, of course, my friends at Impact Power Sports. They are great. In Rockford, Michigan, there's an outstanding place to go called Pinball Land. All right, if you're like me, you're into retro arcade games, and that's what they do at Pinball Land. Right in Rockford, Michigan, wall-to-wall pinball, old-school arcade games that you will love to play. You will get lost in the fun at Pinball Land. Pay $10 for an hour. Pay, I don't know how much. It's a little bit less for 2 hours. Or you can get an all-day pass. And, you're not like feeding quarters into the machine. You play as much as you want for that cost. Pinball-land.com. When you go to pinball-land.com, you can get a look at the current list of games that they have. In fact, this is a nice glimpse into what goes on there. Doesn't that look awesome? They even have that game called Dragon's Lair. Some of you old timers will remember Dragon's Lair. This is one of those dance games. Look at this lady. She's like 95 years old. She's loving this shit. These two guys, they're like, yeah, we love it. They're welcome to black people. And then all of these games, my God, racing games, wall-to-wall fun at Pinball Land. Pulp Fiction. What's the one I like? Taxi Cab. They've got the Rush pinball game. You can get a list of the games. Iron Maiden has a video game. Led Zeppelin video, not video game, pinball machine, I should say. This game, Vulcan, is not. It's like an old game that everything is mechanical. There's no computers in it. Everything is. They have those style of games too. Old school pinball games. A lot of fun at Pinball Land. Love them. Go to pinball-land.com. They're in Rockford, Michigan. Jeremy says Iron Maiden is one of the best new games out. Jeremy is like a pro at pinball. Him and the multi-talented twat go there from time to time. Badger says, is Trump too busy for you, or did you piss him off? No, Trump and I are close. All right. I'm a little lean today. I'm not going to lie. I don't have a ton more to report on, really. I'm going to update the Fat-a-thon. That's definitely worth our time. See how everybody is doing in there. But actually, let me hammer out a couple more of these sponsors. The way the show is laying today. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Buy now, refinance later at 231-332-6505. That's 231-332-6505. They can help you from any state in the union. They are here to help you. And just reach out to them, and they'll start to walk you through the pre-approval process with the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. You know, the idea here is you get approved for your mortgage before you start shopping for your home. Probably a good idea to get, like, let's say your budget is like, I don't know, $200,000. You get a pre-approved for a $200,000 mortgage. I think you're going to probably be the best looking for a home that's about 180, because they get into like bidding wars. So there you go. Thank you to the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Once again, call up 231-332-6505 and mention your old pal EZ. So there's this lady in one of our hard living line areas known as Ionia, Michigan. This is like halfway between here and Radio Voice Linda in Lansing. This is a hard living line area, and this lady is pissed off because for the longest time her neighbor shoots guns in his backyard. Now, in most communities in Michigan, that's what people do for fun. Only in the, city areas, they're not going to do that. In some of the city areas, they do it on the street. in like drive-by fashion, but you're not supposed to do that. But in a lot of the places around where I live here, you hear people shooting all the time. No big deal. This lady, though, is pissed because the neighbor shoots guns and she doesn't like it. So she reached out to the local TV news crew to say, you got to help me out here. I don't like this. This guy's firing guns. So here you go. Let's see what she has to say.
A woman in Ionia County claims she's been a prisoner in her own home for years due to her next-door neighbor's backyard shooting. It's our top story at 6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jorma Duran.
And I'm Siobhan Klepfer. Tonight, that woman is begging someone to help her because she says the noise is unbearable.
Yeah,
they're going to say, come and take it. I mean, isn't that what you're supposed to do? If you're a guy that has a gun and somebody's like pissed off that you're carrying the gun or you're shooting the gun, they're like, yeah, come and get it, And then they're going to, shoot you, like Ruby Ridge style. You don't want that.
She says she's reached out to Ionia Township officials multiple
guy sounds like me.
Occasions, but nobody will do anything about it.
Terrence Simmons went to her home to speak with her and hear for herself.
Well, this is a curvy babe. Look at her. Holy moly.
Whether it's during the day or at night, Lois LaRose.
Okay, let's back up here. They're getting the footage from near the residence. Now, the footage that you're it's just basically what you're hearing, but she's got the camera aimed at the ground. This is definitely a rural, hard-living line area. These steps are rotted out, or all this shit growing around them. The grass looks like fuck.
During the day.
And then this is a normal rural hillbilly setting.
Or at night, Lois LaRose says she hasn't had a moment of peace since her next-door neighbor, Casey Wagner, moved in.
Okay, a little bit more to look at. This is classic hard-living line decor. Piles of tires and sand. That makes for a good shooting range, actually.
Wagner moved in 3 years ago.
It says right there, danger, weapon range, and use. Do not enter without authorization. So the guy who lives there is shooting the gun. He wants to make sure that everything is on the up and up. Everything is safe. And that's part of the hard-living lifestyle.
Go.
I haven't been out in my yard to do anything. I mean, I'm a prisoner of my own home.
LaRose says the explosions are not only destroying her quality of life, but also damaging her property.
I got a hole in my windshield, my car, from March 18th.
She also claims she's found evidence of retaliation, but hasn't gotten any help from the authorities.
We found a balloon that said snitch on it, and down to the sheriff's office several times. I have been everywhere.
Okay, that's a old HLL tactic. That's a warning.
Sheriff's office several times. I have been everywhere asking for help.
Neighbor Greg Sipka says he also frequently hears gunshots and explosions near his home, and that it got so bad he filed a police report.
It took 2 days to get a sheriff to come to my home.
Yeah, because the sheriffs are probably the ones who are there shooting. It's all part of a good time over there. Yeah, you are helpless. They police themselves here. These animals.
7 weeks approximately. Checked with the sheriff's office, and the case had been closed.
Sipka says back in September, township and state officials held a meeting.
See that? Okay, Ionia city limit. Welcome to Ionia, your home in the heartland. Okay, Heartland is code for MAGA. If you're living in a community that has a sign that says this is your home in the Heartland, and you're not wearing a MAGA hat or shooting guns like Yosemite Sam, you are an outcast, and that's the way it is.
To try to resolve the issue,
Ionia Township Supervisor Kurt Scher read it with Representative Gina Johnson. From this point forward, we're going to be issuing citations. You can't be doing these explosions.
Okay.
Sipka says Wagner did stop for a few months after a meeting between Wagner and a state official. But
I don't think it's illegal to shoot.
Sipka says Wagner still continues the explosions.
6 News has reached out to
explosions. It's fucking
On
firearms.
the township officials through phone and by email multiple times throughout the week. We also went in person to township offices, but we're told no one was available and that there are no set business hours. LaRoe claims Wagner has not been cited and urges township leaders to do more to protect the community. Here for you, Ionia, Taryn Simmons, 6 News.
Right. Taryn is, that's risky business to even
Taryn
send
Simmons,
Taryn
6
there
News.
to Ionia. Because in Ionia, they don't like black people. So I hope they had security there for her. You wouldn't want anything bad to happen.
Taryn Simmons, 6 News.
Lovely, lovely reporting.
And according to Ionia Township Ordinance Section 8, breach of peace, no person shall disturb the public's peace and quiet by loud or boisterous conduct.
Okay. And then, so that's the law, and this is the sheriff weighing in here.
So we've asked the Ionia County Sheriff's Department about this ordinance and the alleged discharge of firearms. And in a statement from Sheriff Charlie Knoll, he says, quote, "We have an open investigation on this situation. I will not make any comments on this at this time."
Right.
We'll be here for you if and when we get an update from the sheriff's office.
Okay, you won't. He doesn't care. I mean, like I indicated, this is one of those loser communities. Bob says, explosions, are they shooting tannerite? Yeah, I don't know, maybe. And that's a big one. I'm often amazed when I hear those explosions from like 25 miles away here in the outskirts of Grand Rapids. Tophus wrote, "Oh, look, cops not doing anything. Shocking." He adds, "Something will happen when someone gets shot." Right. So that's, in fact, the Sheriff Knoll, he should have said that. Look, until someone is shot dead, I'm not lifting a finger to assist this. This is an HLL MAGA zone. We are more concerned with saying, you'll get my weapon when you can pry it from my cold, dead fingers. That is more important than child and innocent lives. All right? If we had to choose between dead kids and prying the weapon from our cold, dead hands, we'd say cold, dead hands 10 out of 10 times. That is policing in the rural communities of Michigan. Tophus says Second Amendment greater than child safety. Absolutely. And I agree. It should be that way. Donut Dan, who's retired law enforcement. By the way, Donut Dan has lived like, he's one of those the most interesting man in the world types. Decades in law enforcement while being a race car driver. I forget, were you limited late model race car driver? And now entrepreneur, race director, and cleaner of human feces. Donut Dan writes, that sheriff is full of shit, but in defense of the deputies, nobody wants to be a cop, and they are overwhelmed with call after call after call. This is true. Piano Finger Banger says, my folks live north of the HLL. The country is about to repeal all zoning laws and ordinance, so basically people can just do whatever the fuck they want. Dan was a driver of super late models. By the way, Saturday at the racetrack at Berlin, they were running the super modifieds. The lap times on the half-mile oval were just north of 13 seconds. These things are really light vehicles with open wheels, and the motors hanging off the side next to the driver, these big block V8 motors pushing north of 800 horsepower. They've got a wing on the front and a wing on the top that moves up and down to keep the fucking thing on the track so it doesn't take off like an airplane. My God, were those fucking things fast. Between taking pictures of randos' feet and sending them to Ben and watching the races, we had so much fun. I still cannot believe and haven't yet gotten over the story of Donut Dan at the Dirty Donut race about a month ago. And the fact that a member of either the audience or a competitor walked through Martin High School. They were gracious enough to allow us to use their facility. It was a very hot day. Someone walking through had shit, and I was the one to discover it. Well, I was in the hallway. I know I've told this story twice before, but it's still fantastic. I just walked in to look at the trophy case, and I'm looking at my phone, checking out Facebook, see who I've pissed off. And at about the time that this happened, I started to, like, smell peculiar. I was like, something's off here. And then I saw it, this hot, wet mess of human shit, right as some guy says, yeah, that's feces. And someone had walked in it, and it had tracked all the way down the hall with, like, Adidas in the shit from the bottom of the shoe. I right away looked at the bottom of my shoes. I have Adidas shoes. I'm like, please don't let it be me. Please don't let it be me. It wasn't. Made a beeline out of there. Get the fuck out. People are going, It was so bad. Dan's there. He's a ball of stress during this whole fucking thing anyway. You know, he's already about to snap. All these participants, where's my award? Where's this? Where's that? How come you didn't mention my name? And Dan has to put up with this shit all damn day. I go, buddy, I got breaking news. Someone has shit in the hallway of the school. Like right in the main hallway, there's a pile of wet, lumpy, human shit. Still hot on the floor. Someone's walked in it. It's a goddamn disaster. And I'm looking at him the same way I'm looking at you right now. And Donut Dan, he didn't know whether to laugh, cry, or slug me. He's like, he can't figure out if I'm kidding. I go, I'm totally serious. There's shit in there. And you need to get after it right now. So he called his cousin. He goes, buddy, get in there. You got to clean this because Dan's whole family's working. So he called his cousin, Nathaniel. He goes, Nathaniel, get your ass in there and do this shit. Clean it up. And he didn't want to do it. He goes, just fucking do it. And I think Dan offered him like $100. And I said, I didn't say it, but I should have. I will do it for $100. I can clean shit. I mean, I do it every day here on my fridge. That is not a problem. I will clean the shit for you. I just need a pair of gloves, and I'll do it for you. Dan says we have completed the investigation and are now seeking an FBHW supporter as the main suspect in the Brown Trout episode. Well, I wouldn't put it past them. That bunch of people, what a bunch of losers. I had so much fun at that race. I had somebody inquire about my services for another race. Every day, I find out something else that I am exceptional at. More and more people are learning that if you want it done right, no matter what it is, it doesn't matter what it is. If you want absolute perfection, you have to call upon me. Case in point, this weekend, for the first time ever, I made smash burgers. Now, I've never done this, but I know that I have the right equipment for it. I've got that what's the grill called? The Big Boy, the Blackbird, the Blackstone. And I hear people talking about how making smash burgers is a hit. No, I don't think I've ever eaten a smash burger. I don't know. Are Five Guys smash burgers? Dan writes, best announcer in the game, no BS. Oh, absolutely. No one can think on his or her feet quicker than me. No one. I have absolutely the most ability to do anything off the cuff. And I think part of that comes from my training on this show. Every day, I am improving at this. No one exists today that can pull off what I pull off. I'm the best. Hands down. Alan says Culver's is a smash burger. Megan says training is this show and ADHD. Of course. And Megan knows. She can do the same thing. Megan has the skills. I think she might be missing her calling. The woman has an adaptability to think out of the box and on her feet. I know those are buzzwords, but she can do anything. I saw this in action at the Great Food Giveaway. Some folks came through the line and they wanted more than one box of food, and they weren't taking no for an answer, and so they were kicking everybody's ass. And then Megan goes, "All right, I got this," and she went up to the window and politely but firmly let it be known that, okay, now you're yelling at me, so, and I mean, she did everything calmly but authoritatively, and everybody's like, "Oh, don't fuck with her." I think that the Megan household would actually be one that would be an interesting watch for a reality show. Jeremy makes a statement that's rather uncomfortable with, don't lie, easy. You just want to mention Megan's feet again. You know, I wasn't going there. In fact, that was fucking weird. All right? Because she's like a sister, God damn it. So you're going to have to knock that shit off, you fucking former fat ass. Cole says a smash burger is a smashed burger. Right, but there's some science behind it. And I'm going to share that with you right now. When you have the food, and usually it's about a third cup of 80-20, and it's in a ball, you put it on the grill, and then you have your press. In order to press it excuse me. In order to press it appropriately, you have to have a piece of parchment paper, and they sell them in little rounds. And you can use one piece over and over again for your cook, and then you pitch it. Parchment paper, press, smash it down for no more than like 12 or 13 seconds. There's a reason why. When you are holding it down, you're starting to get that darker brown caramelization that's a little bit like crusty on there. And by the time you're done smashing it and you remove the press, you'll see the grill, like it's so smashed that there's spaces in between bits of burger. Like you can see through it, and it cooks quick, like 15, 20 seconds. That's how fast that's going to cook. So you got to be ready to go. Got to have your cheeses ready. You got to have your buns on the grill browning in that same oil, or on the flat top, browning in the oil created by the oils from the burger. You smash it, you sprinkle the garlic powder / salt / pepper equally in your hands. You grab a bit of it and you sprinkle it on there. The magic of this burger, according to what I was reading, is the burger crust. It may appear burnt to you, but when done right, is actually the result of a Maillard reaction. Small simultaneous chemical reactions that occur when proteins and sugars in and on your food are transformed by heat, producing new flavors, aromas, and colors. It's that browning that you get when you cook certain meats, and it's freaking delicious. So then when you spatula it, you got to kind of go around it because it wants to fall apart a little bit. But it's fucking great. It sticks together okay, and then you flip that thing, put the cheese on it. 2 patties, each with a slice of cheese. Flip your burgers over, your burger buns, and stack it up, put it together, serve it. You can't smash too many at one time because they cook so fast. Like 3 is pushing it. 2 balls of meat per burger. I will include this recipe in the show notes so you can do this on your own. If you've got a flat top griddle, you're perfect. If you got 2 pans, like if you got 2 cast irons, you can do this on your stovetop. But it's important to have that press. You can do 2 spatulas, but I really like that press because you can your whole hand is on it. You put your weight on it. Really great. Everybody was amazed by the burgers. So we have a lot of people at my house. We had 14 yesterday. We went with all the kids, my new son-in-law, of course, living here with Madison. I've got Jim, my son, my daughter-in-law, Aubrey. The grandkids are there. Jackie, Justin, the NFK, Pooh Bear, myself. My nephew is here, and my nephew's pal is here. I get a call as they're pulling up in the driveway. Hey, can I bring my roommate? I go, I don't give a shit. Get ready to eat. So then we were at it, and I'd never done it before. And I tried doing 3 the first one, and I was like, oh, fuck, I feel like I'm getting in the weeds. Not enough space on the grill. Shit's cooking too fast. But then I got it down, and it was a smash. And you know how I know it was a smash? Because I said I'm not going to say anything. Because sometimes I'll be fishing for compliments. I'll do the old, hey, how's the food? This time, I'm going to wait. So we got the corn on the cob. It's done. I deep fry my French fries. They're ready. Now I'm busting out the burgers. A lot of these burgers, a lot of these folks just ate them just like that with no toppings, no condiments. That's how good the burgers were. I knew it. I knew they were good. I eat last. I always make sure everybody's eating, and then I'll eat. I don't like to eat at the same time everybody eats. I know it's weird, and we had to because I'm cooking in waves. These burgers are coming out 2, 3 at a time. Well, anyway, my youngest grandson is there, and from what I'm told, extremely picky eater. I had sent a picture off of what the burgers we would be eating, and I have that picture for you right now, so you can get an idea. And I think you're going to be like, yeah, easy. Those look amazing. The burgers came off the grill looking like that. So that's power. I mean, I'm shitting for 2 days after. Each patty is a 1/3 pound, so that's a 2/3 pound burger. I walk in there, and my grandson is raving. My 9-year-old grandson, raving about this. And he normally is just like, he has to bring his own food to the house. He's so picky. But, so I dominated. As usual, it was probably my most successful weekend. Everything I touched over the weekend turned to gold. Adam says 2 slices of cheese per burger. Not on this recipe. I guess you can put whatever you want on there. Boy, that cheese melts fast, too. Piano Finger Banger says, what's your process to season cast iron? So, frying pan or Blackstone? So, typically, when it comes to my frying pans, I'm just, let's say I'm starting from scratch, thorough washing, and then I'm going to apply my thin bit of oil, put it upside down in the oven at 375 degrees for a couple hours, let it cool, take it out, do it again. It takes me a day to season one pan, but my pans, I haven't had to do that because I work very hard to keep them up to speed, because every time, if you start over on your seasoning, you're losing all the flavor from all the other cooks. Like, my pans are so delicious. You want to eat the pan. Alan says canola oil and bacon lard on my Blackstone. You cannot go wrong with that. Literally pick your fat. Yeah, I'm really loving that Blackstone. And then yesterday was actually a birthday celebration for your old pal EZ, because we didn't do one last week because I was, we were busy. So we did the NFK and me, because he's born on the 3rd. I'm born on the 7th. And I got Blackstone accessories for the birthday. I got the spatulas, the squirt bottles, the scrapers, the press, the parchment paper, everything to make the smashies. And the lid. You got to get a lid. If you get a Blackstone, get a lid. Buy the lid and the cover. That thing is quickly rising the ranks as to preferred method of cooking. I haven't even touched the gas grill now. I am fully charcoal. I'm thinking about unloading the gas grill. All right. Smashies were a huge success. If you're watching this podcast or listening to it later on, the show notes of the audio podcast, I will feature that recipe for EZ's Slaughter the Turks Smashies. I'm sorry. EZ, Eric Zane Show podcast, Slaughter the Turks Smash Burgers. David in Hudsonville says charcoal is superior. So when we go up north, by the way, the fire is always burning on the fire pit. And when it comes time to eat, 40 minutes, about 40 minutes. About 40 minutes before we eat, I take a whole bunch of coals out of the fire with a shovel and lay a bed of them down. And I've got this grate that goes over it. And then the corn, the sweet corn, has been soaking in a giant cooler full of water. And then you just pull them out and set them on the grate. 10 minutes, rotate. 10 minutes, rotate. 10 minutes, rotate. 10 minutes, 40 plus minutes. The longer, the sweeter. You cannot fuck it up. Oh, my God. I love talking about food. Speaking of food, it is time for the portion of the show to update the Fat-a-thon. I just saw that Rebecca sent one along. Derek is checking in via email, unrelated. Derek D says, easy, I just got back from vacation. I'm checking up on episodes. I'm in on book club. Also, I read Cabin at the End of the World on vacation. It was good. Thanks, Derek. Well, Derek, I liked everything about that email except for the comment about Cabin at the End of the World. And I don't know what the fuck is your problem, but this book was great. up until the end. This was garbage. The last 30, 40 pages, all that shit about trust the process, that was all filler. Paul Tremblay is a dick. He worked very hard to make this book good, and then he trashed it at the end. It was so bad that M. Night Shyamalan couldn't even stick with it. Shyamalan was true to the book for about 2/3 of the film, and then everything changed. David says, I tried to tell you it sucked. You know, I don't even remember you saying that, frankly. I get tunnel vision. I can't remember what anybody tells me. That was so piss poor. I talked about this in my Facebook post. It's like he went, well, that's enough. The end. And then that's it. Real bummer. Oh, my God. Do not do it. Do not waste your time. That is my first official book review for the Eric Zane Show podcast, Big Fraud Book Club. BFBC. Anyway, Derek, I've got you down now as being in book club. You need to get The Heroin Diaries by Nikki Sixx and start reading. I have not yet scheduled our first book club review. You can read as much of it, but we're only going to discuss a portion of it, I think. A lot of this is we'll figure it out as we go, so my apologies for that. I mean, that's kind of how it is around here, you know? All right, let us update Fatathon. Rebecca says, good morning, EZ. Not a great week for me on the scale. Jeremy claims my scale is inconsistent and therefore unreliable. Last week, I weighed 273.6. This week, I weighed in at 278. All right, well, that is significant. That is, we have not seen that. That is probably, in fact, out of everyone on Fatathon, even when Amanda was like, fuck it, I'm just eating, we have not witnessed a 4.4 gain from anyone, 4.4 pound gain. So that may be the case. So I suggest getting a new scale. Maybe he's onto something. Or you're a slob. It's either one of those two things. Either the scale is busted or you had an absolute disastrous week. I mean, did you count your calories? Because if you counted your calories and you were negative all week, then yeah, it probably is a mistake. She says, I still feel great, kicking ass at the gym, enjoying summer, enjoying summer, spending time with Jeremy. Admittedly, I was lax in my diet this past week, but I don't think I was that bad. Yeah, you let go of the goal there. I'm not going to lie to you. Time for better choices this week. Have a great day and good luck to all the Fatathoners. Rebecca last week was down 2.6, and now she's up 4.4. So that means what was 21.1 pounds lost. I can't do the math in my head. Is now 16.7 pounds lost. In your 25 weeks. All right, that's going to piss her off. I can guarantee you she's pissed about that. Aram says, hey, Zane, are you getting my emails? Well, I don't know. Let's get into Jeremy. He comes into the week at 222.8. He lost 1.2 pounds in the past week. That puts him down to 221.6. And he is down 113.8. Let me repeat that. He's lost 113.8 pounds in 46 weeks. Some Zane math. Wow. Mr. Consistency. He is just shy of 2.5 pounds a week. As he is knocking on the door of 1 year since he started this. Okay. I think I'm upsetting people here. I wrote, "Hey, Zane, are you getting my emails?" And I said I wasn't sure. And now he says, what kind of a response is that? It was an honest one. I'm not sure. Was emailing because my wife wants to join your book club. Oh, there you go. Let's get her in on the book club. I'll put her in there. What is the nice lady's name again? Aram's wife, I'll just put down. That means we have 16 people in book club. That would be Joanna. All right. Where was I? That was all weird. Imagine that. Yeah, 113.8 pounds. Where was I? Jeremy also sent me an email with that. That was like, I didn't get a chance to look at it. He says, well, not as good of a week as I was expecting. I bet you Rebecca's going to want to beat your ass over that, because here you are dropping 1.2 pounds, which is excellent. And you're like, not as good of a week as I was expecting. He says, weekends are my kryptonite right now. I need to start figuring out self-control in social situations. I'll take any loss in the column, especially this far in. It's obviously getting much harder than it was at the start, so anything in the loss column is still a win in my book. Absolutely. I mean, look at the other side of that. You could have gained 4.4 pounds. I shouldn't be critical of Rebecca. She might have a broken scale, or she sucks. One of those two things is happening right now. He writes, Sunday we slept in a bit, went to play pinball, and then spent time with my family. I made one of my favorite poverty meals, rigatoni with a pepperoni cream sauce, and I had to drop her off early because I have to be at work early today. So yeah, I need to start watching myself on the weekends. I also really needed to start finding time to get to a gym, or at least start working out more. I'm trying to find a new job, or maybe that will help. That's about it for this week. All right, so there's a lot of, hey, I should do this and I should do that from the Eric Zane Show podcast's newest power couple. All right, Jeremy's still effective with a 1.2 pound loss, but Rebecca is on the books right now with a 4.4 pound gain, and the claim that her scale is broken. What's interesting about the scale, though, with Rebecca is she didn't say when she was losing weight that the scale is broken. So I'm wondering about that. I think she might just be a huge pile of shit this past week. Clown of Carnage, that would be Nick, Grand Rapids' newest and second best PA announcer, says, I lost over 100 pounds a few years ago. The feeling is amazing. Also known as Black Belt Nick, who still has not yet subscribed on Twitch for some reason. What is wrong with you? For our pal EZ, I came into this week at 178, and I am down another half pound. The success continues. I am down to 177.5. Overall, I am down 8 pounds in 11 weeks. Everything is coming up roses for me. On Sunday, I ran 3 miles nonstop. I haven't run 3 miles in years. And I ran it in a way that was not easy. No stopping, no walking. I am to a point now where I am moving at either a jog or a brisk run. And I got it to where I'm doing 1 minute, 10 seconds at faster than 5K pace. And then 1 minute and 15 seconds at faster than 5K pace. To 45 seconds jog. And when I get done with the 1 minute and 15 seconds faster than 5K, I'm pretty spent. It takes all that 45 seconds to recover. But I'm getting there. And I feel good. My knees were a little sore laying in bed last night, but no running today. And anti-inflammatory medicine, acetaminophen, helps. And ice. I'm taking care of myself, man. I am coming back. Thank you to Chris and all of you for the encouragement. Black Belt Nick has finally subscribed on Twitch. It's about time, cock. Finally today, Amanda on Fatathon. Amanda had lost a certain amount of weight, and then she started going the other direction and was giving us a lot of I don't give a fuck attitude. We since wiped that all out. We said, let's start over. Spend a whole weekend at your music festival. It was called the BBC Music Festival, and she didn't even listen to the music. At any given point, she had 3 black dongs in her body. And then she ate like goddamn, she was a queen. And then now she's back. Last week she lost weight. This week she lost weight. She's down another 0.8. She drops down from 3 bills to 299.2. Outstanding. She has lost 2.5 pounds in 3 weeks. The only one who didn't lose any weight was Rebecca, who gained a ton. Oh, God. I got to wrap this up because I got a staff meeting in 3 minutes. By the way, thank you, Maureen, for these. I appreciate you. Thank you to Kuiper Tree Care. Put in your asshole of the day comments, by the way. 616-828-8225. They can help you with anything you need concerning your trees. Tree removal, stump grinding, you name it. They can do it. My friends at Kuiper Tree Care, online at kuipertreecare.com. Racing at Berlin this weekend was amazing. Get tickets for this weekend. You can get them for $15 up till 11:59 p.m. Friday at berlinraceway.com. Finally, Frank Fuss from My Policy Shop Insurance can get you into your health care plan. Just check out Frank's page at buyinsurancehere.com and get started that way. He'll help you every step of the way. All right, I'm short of time. You guys are the best. I appreciate you. Asshole of the Day is a Segment 18 group. I love them because they support me, and I am glad to be in charge of that page now. It makes me happy, and you should go there and frequent them. Get on board and support EZ on his new page, Segment 18. All right, thank you, folks. Have a good one. Thank you, and bye-bye.